Mindscapes Summit is a culmination of a 2.5-year project which takes into account multiple projects across multiple geographies. In Bangalore, we have a lot of exhibition launches that have happened, a lot of projects that have been premiered during the summit.
It was a really fantastic opportunity to work with the Unbox Cultural Futures team and build out this summit, for which we had a delegation of about 30 people that included staff from Wellcome, but also researchers, scientists, artists and curators traveled from Berlin, Tokyo, New York, San Francisco, LA, and really to be able to create an immersive experience of 3 days in Bangalore across different venues for really deeply engaging in some of the work that we produced in Bangalore, and also have conversations that were simultaneously global and local.
It's got a strong focus on communities, which is something that, again, in my work with governments doesn't very often happen or doesn't play such a big role. So it's great to sort of see the focus on these communities, which are really local and which makes it kind of really impactful.
And all the projects, in a way, touch upon these various nuances when talking about mental health. There is one project which tackles the idea of communicating more deeply with policymakers. One is about working with communities in Bangalore like gig workers or sex workers. There's a film that has been created that is by the community, by the people, depicting their own stories and their own experiences.
ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿನ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಸ್ಟೋರಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ.
In the game, you're playing the role of caregivers. The approach we come from is also that you can never identify with a person who's actually going through the challenges. The closest you can get is to be a caregiver and understand those challenges.
It actually started off with a very interesting and informal conversation with Dr. Jain to kind of think about and see the potential of the archival case files that the NIMHANS have preserved over many years, and how can we sort of story tell from that.
So you can understand madness through art, you can understand art through experience of madness. What do the various facets of the human mind intersect with each other, from the creative space to the so-called disabled space? Are there connections that we see between them? And can we use things from either space to enrich the other?
I've been working with the Mindscape project now for 2.5 years. The works are spread across 3 venues. One is Namakate, the leisure center that I run. The other one is Kanike. It's a community art center that's co-founded by me and Vivek, and we have a larger set of artists who kind of come and work out of there. And also some of the works are being shown here at MAP.
Through the project of stitching their stories into cloth, and that kind of like became really the red thread that the entire Mindscapes project then followed, focusing on how do we speak, how do we listen, how do we empathize with people even if we don't share the same languages.
So the project is primarily about how we can begin to understand the space of mental well-being of marginalized communities, and particularly we have worked with the sex worker community in Bangalore. So what we have here is various stories of theirs, basically how they see the city and how the city sees them.
When our group came first, we were so happy. I can't forget it to this day. I really wanted to complete my 10th standard, but I couldn't because of poverty.
So the film is based on these whole series of arts-based promotive mental health groups that we ran.
It felt liberating to be able to see that I am the facilitator, but I'm also vulnerable.
This next song is about remembering to live even in the tough times. मुश्किल में जीना न भूलो, कोई गीत सुनते रहो, कांटों के मौसम में फूलों की खुशबू को चुनते रहो.
We've danced, We've cried, we have learnt a lot and had many new ideas to take back with us to our different areas of practice.
It opens up minds, and I think that's what is very important, that minds are opened, new connections are explored, new opportunities are looked at, and new solutions are also kind of devised in this interaction. So I think this is only the beginning of a collaboration which is really going to take us perhaps in so many different directions, and that's really for me is the excitement of such collaborations.
We are here to celebrate mental well-being. We are here to celebrate rest. Rest is radical. Rest is much needed for me. But also to my team of colleagues at Mindscapes Cultural Future Society. I want to call out Shriya, Jyoti, Tisha,